Airbnb just walked me through a secret feature on their platform personally, and I have to share it with you on this video. It's going to change the game because all of us love Airbnb's custom promotion setting where you can get published in their email blasts and get like better SEO ranking, but it's always been a bear to do. There's a faster and easier way to do this for people who have multiple properties, and I'm going to show you how to do this in this video. Plus, there's another new feature that I just tripped over by accident. I think it's pretty cool, and you can use that one too. I'm going to give you both in this video. Let's go. Welcome back, YouTube world. I had a meeting with Airbnb yesterday. They assigned me an account rep again, which is super cool. Essentially, when COVID hit, they downsized and we lost our dedicated rep. They gave me a new one and they've named that rep a success manager. They said, because we're growing so fast, they're going to give us a new one. As you guys know, we just added like 80 doors in the last 3 months. So I guess we're back on the map again, which was nice. So big win. We're going to have occasional meetings. They're going to walk me through new features, ask me for feedback, take suggestions. If you have suggestions that you want me to tell my dedicated rep, they know that I know you guys. We talked about it. So give me some stuff in the comments. If you're like, hey, I hate this thing. I would love to see this. I want to change this. This is your opportunity now in the comments to kind of give me some stuff you want me to talk to them about. I did give them a few suggestions myself, such as Airbnb should better educate their guests on how reviews work because, of course, they don't review hosts appropriately. I showed them a bug where in rule sets, 0% discount thing doesn't work sometimes, some stuff like that. And I gave them some feedback on some features I think that they should add, which would make our lives a whole lot easier. They did tell me, keep your eyes open for some really cool changes coming to the review system in the future. As soon as that drops and as soon as they tell me what's up, I'm going to give it to you here. Now, the feature that they gave me a hack for is the custom promotion feature. And what's really important for you guys to know is how powerful it is first, but then also how you can add it to all of your listings with like 2 clicks of a button, which is really cool. Normally, to get the custom promotion feature, you have to be on the desktop and then you have to be on the regular individual calendar. I did tell you in a previous video that they added it to mobile, which is really tight. But I have been lamenting the fact that you can't use it on multi-calendar. When you go to add this custom promotion feature, you have to click this tag and then choose the dates you want. And you can use a slider on how much of a discount you want to provide. It's really cool. It's like having Pro Tools without needing to have Pro Tools, right? But because of this, I think that it's just so math heavy that they won't be able to use the custom promotion slider thing while on the multi-calendar. Because imagine dragging, your clicker over like 20 or 30 different like days on multiple listings and then have them do all the math like in the browser. I think it'd be pretty heavy duty. But when I told her this problem, she's like, hey, hold on. You're looking at this wrong. Actually, there's a way to do this. You can do it from the multi-calendar. You just use a rule set. And I'm like, hey, there's not a rule set for custom promotion. And she's like, well, we coded it a way that like people don't know. So what she said is that anytime you run a custom promotion, no matter where it generates from, if that custom promotion includes a 20% or 15% discount, it gets all the perks. So first, let's flash the perks on the screen so you can see what they are, and then I'll teach you how to use them. So what's really cool is you get the custom slash through price thing, right? 10% off slash through, which is nice. You can get put into some email blasts. Your business page will get listed this highlight like, hey, check this out. We're doing at least 15% off, stuff like that. Really cool. Now, I do believe you get a little more SEO when you increase your discount this way. I believe it. I just don't know for sure. I have a theory, right? And so I've been trying to use it like one listing at a time. And then I've been mixing it with rule sets so I can also continue to change the price. You no longer have to stack them because you could do it with just one rule set is the point. When you give a discount with a rule set, there's a way to go into rule sets. So you could choose, give 20% price decrease. When you use a rule set to decrease the price by 20%, even if you don't use the custom promotion tag, that rule set counts as the same thing to them because of the way that it's coded. So you have an original price and then the rule set gives 20% off. It populates into Airbnb's system that you need to be pushed as if it's a custom promotion. So you get all the slash through pricing and all the same stuff, which is really, really cool. The next thing we need to find out with this is if it works for conditional discounts. You know how you give a weekly discount of 20% off or a monthly discount of 20% off? I wonder if you get some of the benefits by doing that. And actually, let me go to the calendar right now, and I'm gonna just load this on the screen. I'm gonna do like a weekly discount for a listing that has more than 20% off, and let's see if it gives you a slash through price. Because if it gives you a slash through price, then that might actually mean that some of these benefits exist. It's not possible to get all of these discounts on a day that only gets 20% off sometimes. So I think maybe slash through price would be the only one we can get, but that's okay. And speaking of calendar related cool things, they add in calendar feature on the desktop and a different calendar feature on the mobile phone. If you're on the desktop computer and you're on your typical vertical individual calendar, there's an option to toggle from the monthly calendar view to a yearly view where it gives you like multiple monthly calendars on one run. I think this allows you to like run a promotion where you highlight 1 month and run a promotion all the way like 6 months into the future. But it also gives you a better bird's eye view of your pricing, which I think is super important because, you might be trying to plan your prices for New Year's or 4th of July or, Halloween or Valentine's Day or all sorts of things, and having to like constantly scroll through is no fun. And seeing your price relationship between holidays and slow season on like a 6-month or a year-long chart like that really does allow you a better understanding of how your prices push up and down. I think this visualization is super great if you want to understand your listing. Let's say you plug it into Wheelhouse, and Wheelhouse just rips your prices and just pushes some up, pushes some down. Then you go into Airbnb's individual calendar, open up the year view, and you can see all those prices move up and down through the whole year. This really helps you understand dynamic pricing better. So if you're a student of the game, which I imagine you're a student of the game because here you are, I would do that. Let Price Labs or Wheelhouse change your prices and then go into the individual calendar for that listing and take a look at what it did all year. It's a cool perspective. And this will help you start to understand maybe some of my other pricing strategy videos. If you haven't seen my other pricing strategy videos, I have a whole playlist. Basically, it's kind of like a free course dedicated just to pricing strategy. And I'll tell you what, if you use a pricing manager, you still need to know pricing strategy because it's like Tesla driving the car for you when you don't even have a driver's license. And that's kind of dangerous because what happens if something breaks? If Price Labs or Wheelhouse doesn't get you booked, say 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, I would say that the software failed. And so you might have to take over for like your last minute pricing at bare minimum. So that's why you should study that. Now on the mobile, here's the cool thing that they did with mobile. When you're on the calendar, there's going to be a button in the top right that allows you to jump to your settings of the listing, which is really cool. So it's really hard to go between listing settings and calendar on mobile, but this is why they did that. So you open up the calendar and the top right allows you to toggle into your settings. You can change your prices, you can change other settings like that. Instead of having to open up a new tab and go find your listing individually, it just allows you a much better workflow, and I think it's really cool. Now, the reason why Airbnb cares so much about features like this is they know it's their competitive advantage to keep hosts on the platform. Airbnb has lowered the barrier for you to get started in the short-term rental game by giving you a easy-to-use software, unlike Booking.com, which is just an absolute mess. But beyond that, which Vrbo is decent to use too, but beyond that, Airbnb wants to give you pieces of software that make your workflow so easy and make your life as a host so easy that you just don't want to go anywhere else. That's really the point. Apple did the same thing when they decided they wanted to make their products sticky, like blue text messages. Once you have blue text messages and AirDrop and stuff like that, you may not want to go back to a non-iOS phone. But tell you what, if I hit copy on my computer and hit paste on my phone, it's one of the easiest ways that I can give students a Zoom link because I do coaching every Saturday and iOS allows me to copy a Zoom link from my phone or my computer and then send it to somebody in a message. That's one of the coolest features I discovered lately, and that's pretty sticky. On the topic of enterprise features that you should know about and use, Rule Sets is one of them, and I did a recent previous video about Rule Sets. Check that out. You need to know about the multi-calendar because this is where this all generates from, and that's a Pro Tools feature. To have Pro Tools, you used to need to have at least 2 listings. Depending on how old your account is, it may still be that way. And here's a hack. Whatever property you have, create a private room for that property. Now set the price at like $9,999 a night so no one books it, but have it active. Once you have 2 active listings, you can go to airbnb.com/multi-calendar and it force loads the multi-calendar, and now you have Pro Tools. With Pro Tools, not only do you get the multi-calendar and the rule sets that come with the multi-calendar, but you also get the option of doing a 2-day, 3-day, 4-day discount, which is cool. You also get internal names for your listing. You have like a private name that a guest can't see. We use this all the time. We put a 3-letter city code like DTX for Dallas, ATX for Austin, PHL for Philly, HTX for Houston, FTW for Fort Worth. We put that in our private name, what the apartment number is. If we have a building with like 40 doors, we put the apartment number in there, and then what the cleaning fee is. So that way when we're adjusting prices manually, we can reference the cleaning fee and know what the final price is going to be from the multi-calendar, stuff like that. And another one I don't talk about enough is scheduled messages. Airbnb has the ability to schedule messages, which means you don't need to have something like Guesty, which is a big deal. A lot of hosts think that they need software. You really don't. Airbnb provides enough software that if you're primarily just using Airbnb for bookings, maybe lightly using Vrbo, Booking.com, but only lightly, you don't need big fancy softwares to orchestrate everything because Airbnb allows you to schedule messages from inside the platform. So don't let some software charge you $35 to $50 per listing per month just for that feature because you already have it. And in addition, some of these softwares actually cause problems. For example, if you're creating a new listing right now and you're plugged into Wheelhouse or Guesty or anything else, if you don't unplug those softwares, like remove the connection before you create a a new listing, Airbnb may list your listing under test mode, which means no one will be able to find it and book it. And unbeknownst to you, you think it's an active listing, but it's actually not even on the platform because it's in test mode. If you want to see if a listing is in test mode, when you open your listing, there could be a gray bar at the top that says this is only in test mode. Now, if you have the inkling that your listings aren't showing up in search, go do that and check. And if that's the case, you can't undo it. You have to unplug all of your softwares, which go watch this video and follow the steps and start creating your listings outside of test mode. And once your listings are created, you can plug your softwares back in. With that said, guys, I hope this video was helpful as per usual. Do the whole like and subscribe thing one day. It'll be great to have you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you on the other side.